What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another episode of Records and Ramblings. Before we get into the records, let's do a little bit of rambling. So I wanted to once again thank everyone that bought a Dawn of Orion record, but I also wanted to offer a small apology because there has been a slight delay. I believe that they were supposed to have sent this week, but all of you guys should have gotten an email saying that they should be shipping, I believe, sometime at the end of next week. I won't get into the major details, but basically the first pressing plant did a great job with one variation, but did an absolute shit job with the other variation, and we kind of had to scramble to find another pressing plant to take up the mantle, and we luckily found one that was fucking awesome and did an incredible job. So everything should be in-house sometime this week, and like I said, should be shipping off, if not at the end of this week, then definitely sometime next week. So keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't bought a record, the link is down there. And of course, major shout out to Sean from Immigrant Son for busting his ass to get this shit done. But yeah, hopefully by the time I do another vinyl video, I'll actually have one of the Dawn of Orion records in my hands to show you. I'm fucking super fucking stoked to get those in my little paws. So yeah, that's it. Let's get into the records. First record I'm gonna show you, this is Bigg Slug of Thor with Existential Horrorcore. So yeah, so I don't actually know where he's from, but this is a horrorcore rapper. This album dropped sometime last year, but I can't remember how I actually heard it. But first off, before I get into anything, I absolutely love the production on this record. It's super dark, lots of like horror movie style pianos and some really dirty drums. Records on Black won't bother showing you that. But as a rapper, Bigg Slug of Thor reminds me a bit of Jack Tripper. I don't know if y'all know about him. He used to go by Jack Progresso, and he's super dope if you like that really dark horrorcore kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're into that style or just dark hip hop in general, you should definitely give this a go. It's a rap dude who makes really dark hip hop, but he also actually really fucks with metal. Like, it's not some weird aesthetic. So that's a plus. Not that I care if other rappers use metal as an aesthetic. I don't know. Doesn't make a big fucking difference to me, but I know some of you nerds care about shit like that. The next record I'm going to show you, this is the self-titled album from Gates of Dawn. I think this was actually on my best of 2022 list. I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, this is a one-person US black metal band. Incredible kind of ambient dark black metal. It's nasty sounding, but it also has keyboards, which I absolutely love how they give the music this really majestic feel without sounding too Lord of the Rings-ish. But then there are parts that really give you this airy kind of psychedelic feel to them, which this image obviously goes very well with. But yeah, I remember listening to this over and over again when I first discovered it. Like, I checked it out based solely on the cover of the album and was pleasantly surprised by how good of a project this is. Records on Black won't bother showing you that. Oh, and this is on Death Hymns Records. Great label. I don't actually know if this is still available. I think it is, but either way, you can go check the Death Hymn site and see if you can get lucky. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Gates of Dawn record. This is I believe it's labeled, or it might just be another self-titled and it's just easier to call it 2. I don't know. Either way, this is the 2023 album from Gates of Dawn, also on Death Hymns Records. But yeah, this album's great. It's a bit different from the first album. The guitars are a bit more in the forefront. On this one, the majestic keys are still there, but they're not overpowering like they are on the first one. I think this one leans a bit more into that kind of psychedelic realm, but it still has a lot of straight up black metal parts. But there are also these odd, like, experimental elements thrown into it, like what sounds like an off-time bell or something. And I say that in a complimentary way because I think it's super fucking cool. Records on Black won't bother showing you that. Here is the insert here. And let me also say, man, Death Hymns does really quality stuff. This is like really nice cardstock. The cover looks great. But yeah, I honestly can't say which one of these I like more. They're both very different, but you can still tell it's by the same person. But I can say that this dude is a very talented musician because the stuff sounds really unique, and that's hard to do in 2023 black metal. But yeah, he actually sent me this record. He seems like a very, very nice guy, and I always keep the little handwritten notes that people send to me because I'm a fucking emo nerd. But yeah, I guarantee that you can still get copies of this from Death Hymns. If not, maybe you can get them from his own Bandcamp. I don't know if they're still on there, but yeah, this is some of the best stuff that 2023 has to offer so far. So yeah, definitely give this a go. Oh, by the way, he only sent me the newer record. I actually bought the old record when I heard it a while ago. Just to make that clear. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but I didn't want you guys to think that I was only showing those records because he sent them to me, because that is not the case. The next record I want to show, this is Gel with Only Constant. Now this shit caught me off guard, man. I don't remember how I came across this, but yeah, the second I heard it, I was like, oh, I need this record. And of course, it was fucking gone because I was late to the party, as I often am. Who is Gel? Gel is a crusty hardcore band from New Jersey. Great, noisy, dirty ass, fucking gnarly riffs. Gnarly. Do people say gnarly anymore? If not, I'm gonna bring that shit back. Gnarly was a cool word when I was in high school. Anyways, yeah, fucking nasty ass, gnarly ass riffs. And the singer's voice sure reminds me a bit of Sarah from Youth Code. I've seen this record getting compared to Nausea a lot, but I really don't hear it. I don't think they're anywhere near as crusty as Nausea. I don't know. I don't hear the comparison at all. I don't want to be a jerk, but it kind of seems like that comparison really only comes from the fact that it's a crusty hardcore band and there happens to be a female singer, or at least a female presenting singer. I don't know how she identifies, but either way, this is a fucking awesome record, and it's on like this kind of green, clear vinyl. And yeah, I don't know if you guys know about that guy Pat from Ground Zero Salem. If you don't know about Pat from Ground Zero Salem, let me tell you about Pat from Ground Zero Salem. He's a fucking awesome guy. He's got his own channel on here. The dude is a motherfucking encyclopedia of old school thrash and hardcore and crossover. It's seriously fucking mind-boggling. Him and Eric Bauer, those dudes seriously give me a fucking headache with how much shit they know. But yeah, he has a distro, he being Pat. I'll drop the link down there in the description section. Y'all should check it out. That's where I got this record from. But let me tell you how fucking awesome Pat is. This record has been selling like crazy, and you can look up the ridiculous prices on Discogs. But Pat could have easily padded the price on this record to get a little more money out of it, but he didn't. You know, he still sold it for regular price. And that's the shit that I love. And those are the type of motherfuckers that I want to support. Motherfuckers that don't do this flipping bullshit. I'm sorry, flippers, you're fucking losers, okay? I'm sorry, I know that's mean, but I fucking hate flippers, okay? If you guys can't do shit but leech off of other people's passions just because you're too fucking lazy and sorry to find any sort of viable means of income, God, fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. But yes, Pat, lovely, lovely gentleman. I don't know if he still has any more copies of this, but if he does, you should definitely grab one. And this band, I hope, is going places, because this shit is really, really good. Once again, one of 2023's finest. Speaking of awesome dudes, let's talk about the new Glorious Dead album, Cemetery Paths. This is the death metal band containing the guy we all know and love, and that is Mr. Marty Worm. I actually like this one a lot more than I like the debut. It could be total recency bias, but the riffs on this one are fucking stupid. Like, for real. This shit is heavy as fuck, and it's got incredible riffs, and it's fucking great. I like how there's even some like weird off-time choices that are kind of thrown on here. It's hard to describe, but once you hear it, you'll know what I mean. And fuck, those vocals are just so well done, man. God, this is a good ass record. And y'all know I'm not really into like modern death metal, but thankfully this doesn't really sound like modern death metal. Some of it gives me an old school Monstrosity feel. At times I get some Bolt Thrower vibes, which is a very good thing. You can never go wrong with those types of riffs. And look how fucking beautiful this vinyl is. Let me go ahead and twist that around for you, boy. Look at that shit, boy. Shit's tight. Yeah, there's definitely still copies of this. I don't know if all of them are on this colored vinyl, but seriously, if you like, I don't even want to say old school death metal because it doesn't really sound dated or like super throwback or anything, but if you like fucking riffs, man, if you like riffs, that's so fucking rare. If you like riffs, dude, you need to fucking hear this shit, man. If you like some goddamn bone-breaking, fucking sister-killing, goddamn horse fucking, I don't know, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, if you like good-ass riffs, then you should definitely check this out. It's incredible, for real. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is, I believe it's pronounced Koviriâ, and the album's called Coronatio, Corvorum. And I'm sure I butchered all of that shit. But here's the thing, man. These dudes are from North Carolina, so they live in the South like I live in the South. So man, they should know better than to name their album and their band some shit like this, because us in the South, we fuck everything up when it comes to pronunciation. Look, I even fucked up the word pronunciation, and I didn't do that on purpose. Pronunciation. But anyways, this shit is awesome, okay? So I didn't know anything about this band. I got this from another very fine person, the guy that does Northern Void Records, which I don't think I ever got his name. But regardless, seems like a very nice guy. And he has an awesome distro. Definitely keep an eye on his distro because he throws shit up that are so amazingly priced that I'm blown away. Unfortunately, a lot of the times it's stuff I already have. But regardless, this album rules. He actually messaged me and was like, hey, I want to send you this because I don't even know if he gave me a reason, but I think he just wanted me to hear it. And I'm glad he sent it because, you know, honestly, I'm so slow when it comes to checking out new bands, and I might have missed this, but Records on Black won't bother showing you that, even though I just did. Yeah, like I said, these guys are from North Carolina. This is kind of folky black metal. Really good stuff though. Kind of reminds me a bit of Agalloch at times. Sometimes it reminds me a bit of Opeth, like old Opeth, not the new proggy wanky Opeth. At times it even reminds me more of that black metal band Ophthalmia, just like the more black metal parts that band does. But yeah, man, this shit fucking rules. Here's the insert. And I honestly love when people send fucking handwritten letters. I don't know. I guess it's just, you know, being a fucking nerd from the 90s. You know, someone that was constantly fucking sending letters and getting pen pals and dorky shit like that. I don't know. I like handwritten letters and I always keep them inside of the records. But yeah, I don't know much about Koviriâ, but all I know is that this album fucking kills. And yeah, this came out last year and I totally missed out on it. So I'm really happy that the Northern Void person sent this over. But yeah, this is a fucking awesome record. I hope to hear more from these guys, and if these dudes are ever in Atlanta, I hope that they play a show and I can go see them, because seriously, the musicianship on this album is top fucking notch. So I would love to see that shit in person, but being that it's only 2 people, I don't know that they play live shows. But all of that rambling aside, go listen to this because it's seriously fucking awesome. And if you end up listening to the band and you're like, oh my god, Myke's references are completely fucking off, maybe they are, but those are just where my mind went, those 3 references. So take it or leave it, either way, just listen to the fucking band. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is Upon a Field's Whisper with Sorry for Your Loss. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this band either, but I know a friend of mine, Brian, is in this band, and Brian and his brother are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. And I met both of them through their other band, Night of the Living Shred, and I've talked about them on here. I believe I've shown the record already. But this is a band that Brian, I believe, sings for, but it's kind of like a crusty band with a lot of black metal leanings, but it's in my opinion still a bit more crust, or as some folks call D-beat. But yeah, this shit is really, really good. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm surprised. Not that I think Brian's gonna put out some bullshit, but typically when you know people and they're like, oh, I have a band, man, I'm not gonna fucking lie. 9 times out of 10, the band is not that great. They'll be shit to like somewhere in between shit and puke. You know what I mean? Like they're not always great. So it's always a pleasant surprise when someone I know puts something out and it's actually really good. This is really good. I've been really in this like crust mood lately. I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, this was perfect for me right now. Records on Black won't bother showing you that. This is on What's Left. Oh, duh, that's their fucking record store. They have a store called What's Left Records, and you should go check that store out. I'm gonna drop a link down there in the description section. But yeah, once again, great dudes, awesome music. Make sure you check this out, and if you like really fun thrash, make sure you go check out Night of the Living Shred. And yeah, if there's one thing I want you to take from this video besides the message of fuck flippers, it's support your friends. Support your friends and support good people, because good people will always support you back. So yeah, make sure you go check this out because it's fucking rad, and make sure you go check out all of the shit I showed today. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this edition of Records and Ramblings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you drop some comments down there about what you've been listening to lately. And yeah, as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out, boy.